Free volley. Such a fun, silly Aghanims upgrade.
I don't like the mag as the last pick because you're basically have 4 melee heroes right now against Earthshaker against the same, even Elder Titan. So he's gonna be in there removing your base armor with his hero.
Your only non-melee hero is your 5 position, so you're not really expecting Dark to contribute much as you're only ranged. Someone goes, what's up? What's this TA set? Is that never seen this one before?
I don't know. All TA sets to me look kind of the same.
That one looks very different. That's why I think I noticed. I was like, what the hell's going on with this TA? We won't see it up close here. But here we go. Liquid Miracle playing the Earthshaker. MP in 7 of his life. It's a pretty good MVP rate, if you ask me. Do you get MVP very often in your pub games, Lacoste?
Yeah, I beg people to vote for me, so and for commands as well, so behavior score goes.
You need every point
I'm
of behavior.
at 10,000 right now.
Nice. That's why I like to
sometimes, if you're muted, you can't beg, so you just command them.
I wouldn't know. I don't get muted.
You don't get muted.
No. Right. never been there before. I'm a managed Dota player. Yeah. We're a special breed. But no, I don't get many MVPs. I don't know why that is.
I mean, logical explanation. You don't play well.
You know, that makes too much sense to cost. God damn it. Oh dear. We also don't win. I mean, only play with like Owen and Cheever. We don't win very often, so we don't get a chance to get MVP.
Yeah, you check your win ratio with Owen. What was it?
It was only
40%.
Like, it was like -10, so I think it was like 45%. We were in the negatives. Not my most successful pub teammate.
Yeah, maybe the reason you're losing is he doesn't skill hook and Pudge.
Yeah, that's how we play mode for that one. All those losses. That's the Dota mentality. It's not my fault. It's my team's fault. The beauty of playing a team game is that you have people to blame.
I like your mentality. Acting like you don't know why you're not. I have no clue.
Here we go. Fight for the bounty rune down bottom. GH has +20 damage. Didn't hit that many people with the Spirit, and it will be King Gaming securing the bounty rune to start things off. This Astral Spirit is going to give a lot of bonus damage. They're going to get the first spot on the Witch Doctor. GH with all that right click and Mind Control getting out of there. GH +20 damage only, but it's adding up. Mind Control's got another stun in a few seconds, but it doesn't look like he'll get close enough. Kuro with that disruption, 10 seconds away.
At no point to chase, he will have a swashbuckle. This is the problem when you play position 4 Pangolier. You get harassed, you only buy 3 tangos with Stout Shield and some fooled him tango, but you can't really that much. And you want to get that javelin as fast as possible. So getting the bounty runes 1, 2, actually 3 out of 4 King Game. That's really worth it because you want to get that javelin as fast as possible. Also go for bounty runes on minute 5. Don't buy anything. Maybe you buy a magic stick playing against. Other than that, you don't get.
Yeah. Rush the Javelin. He will be going top here, it looks like, so they want to pressure Miracle on that Shaker. Currently solo up here, you know, 1-1 against Magnus, but I imagine Pengo's just going to look to do some harass here and there, as well as go for some side pulls. Instantly swashbuckles in, harasses Miracle, who's only got the 5 tangos to play around with.
He also bought something. Nope.
But I think the big thing about coming up here is going to be, yeah, just having this side pull to play with. Kaka as that Dark Troll gets a couple of creeps, doesn't get the full wave, but he'll be happy with that regardless, and instantly goes back in for more harass.
Bottom lane, they body blocked him. The illusions. They get out. Blade plus Tango.
So okay, he's still level 1, and he's going to be another Burrow Strike, so the right click should be enough, or he's just going to turn and throw a dagger under the tower. Mind Control takes a tower shot, but not enough. Get that kill.
I think Pango needs to go back bottom. He can check the rune right now and come back bottom. Leave Mag in the 1 versus 1 scenario.
That's kind of how they started. It seems Liquid are content to not even help out Miracle. They know that without Pango bottom, they can just keep on bullying. Here's some bullying. This mid-Tiny is having a fantastic time. 11-7 against 4-0. Tiny's crushing it.
Also, he just picked up a bottle. Also a haste in the bottle. Dark dies, but they get a kill.
Oh, they get Miracle. Oh, okay. Maybe Kaka's time up top worth it. And if there's a player ever to shut down with Liquid, I do feel like Miracle is top of that list. And look, snipes Akuria with the haste rune.
That's actually so big. You also want to give your kills to Pangolier. You want to get him as fast as possible to that Javelin once again, as we said it multiple times. Yep. Kaka, he doesn't know whether he wants to go mid, do I go top again? It's an easy kill if they stay. Miracle, 2 points in Aftershock.
T just going to suicide down bottom of the T2 tower, just to try and reset this bottom lane a little bit, as he was low in health and mana. Back at top, he's going to TP in. Miracle's in some trouble, but here comes GH right after respawning. And it's got plus 55 damage, double damage ET. Watch out for this fella, but they are trading hits with that lucky shot. They have got the disarm to make that a little bit easier for themselves. And 3 lanes kind of being won by King Gaming. Looking at the CS right now, they may be down a kill, but they are up on gold, out-farming Liquid in every single lane. Yi playing an amazing mid-tiny as well. It's going in for these Avatos combos, and he's going to actually maybe get this kill. There's no refraction up. One more right click. Speed. Yeah, he's got the boots advantage. Wii has not got mana for refraction. He just turns. He goes for the melt, though. Comes out of the melt. The toss is there, and he knew he was going to die. He buys his items, doesn't lose any gold. So he gets the solo kill, and we only got 150 gold for it.
No XP for Vito. Doctor in a bit of trouble.
Here comes Kaka. He died top lane, and he's going to instantly TP back in. Mind Control's chasing for this. Hasn't got boots, though. Can't get the kill, and instead it's Kuroki going down to the Phantom Assassin daggers. Mind Control was hit by the Maledict, but it has worn off now and has the sick charges, so a lot of action in all 3 lanes. It was GH who killed Kaka top while the mid 1v1 exchange happened, and then instantly Kaka TP's bottom to salvage the bottom lane. Tiny with complete rune control. That's a big part of his mid lane dominance, having all these runes.
And they're not stopping. Every single time you kill a Templar Assassin,
Radiant's middle tower,
you're doing so much more than killing a normal hero. Not maybe at this point of the game, but after the 7-8 minute mark where she just flash farms with Psyblades.
Yep.
Bounty rune spawning in 15 seconds.
Looks like Liquid are trying to push out this bottom lane so they can secure them, but Kaka is already on the other side trying to grab the enemy one. Kuro has disruption in a couple of seconds, so he should be able to secure this one. Well, Magnus up top, very low in health, and it looks like Liquid will get themselves 3 bounty runes. And Mind Control get out, has a Burrow Strike. They'll be okay here. Old 11 got very low in health up top. He's getting his favorite item. He loves this Helm of the Dominator. Every single game I see Old 11, he's buying Helm of the Dominator.
Yeah, he played Abaddon and what was the other hero? Also got Beastmaster.
Yeah. And it's not exactly a common item on either of those 2 heroes these days anymore. It's just not a common item, period. As mid lane, we will see a disruption. They want to go on this Tiny, but he's got an Invis rune. I believe they should have seen that one. Tiny's just going to turn and kill off GH. That's a big misplay from Liquid to go for that kill when he had an Invis rune.
And Tiny's tanky. He has a magic wand, also a lot of strength gain. So at level 6, he's sitting 1300 HP.
Very surprising misplay there. That's really exactly what it was. It's no surprise, or it shouldn't be, that he had an Invis rune.
Have you seen this in a game where Vici played when Faceless Void was left alone against the Sanking? So he bought the Ring of Health and then upgraded the Battle Fury. It's not a common pickup on the Void anymore. I guess that's the same thinking what Magnus is doing right now. I get this Ring of Health every single time I get close. I will get harassed, use the Enchant Totem, 3 points in Aftershock. After that, he's gonna be full HP.
He's gonna not turn into a Battle Fury, but turn it into a handy-dandy Helm of the Dominator. Not a fan of the Battle Fury, Magnus? Lacoste?
Battle Fury, Echo Saber, Daedalus.
Hello.
Slam.
Miracle says, thanks for the freebie. Well, catches him by surprise with that level 6 Echo Slam, and that's a free kill. It's a big kill as well. 500 gold swing just off of that. TA's got stacks to fall back to, so good farm that Liquid has back in their jungle now as well. Kuro up to on a boarding mission. I think they have an idea that he might be doing this, so he's running around scouting him. He finds Kuro now, so probably knows that there's a ward somewhere around this area. It doesn't look like he's going to. It's not worth your time when you can juke, especially when he has vision of you. He's almost certainly going to juke you. but the question is, does Dark know where that ward was planted?
Earthshaker, double bracer. Is there a better build on strength heroes than double bracer?
I can't think of one.
And you can't.
No, there really isn't Lacoste. Unkillable. Until we cast the curse in. But now we're looking elsewhere. PA just trying to get those phase boots, has hit level 6 now. It will be Kaka having a completed javelin on the Pengo. That's the timing you talked about. Really want to get that javelin as fast as possible, and we'll see what he can do on the map now.
Really low on HP. Javelin proc and the lucky shot. Rogue has the invis.
Yeah, Tiny goes in though, and there's an Avatos combo. They just completely delete him. They broke his refraction with the help of the Pengo, and Weeha is having a rough time. Kuro will get a revenge kill, looks like. The help of that Soul Catcher. 2 points in the Soul Catcher, finds the kill.
Oh, Tiny just TP top. They want to get a kill on Shaker. Toss into RP. Oh, he doesn't.
Here.
Okay, he's saving a point.
There's the RP to start things off. Yeet follows up with an Avatos. They kill off Miracle. Another kill for this Tiny. So active early on. And this frees up the mid lane for Kaka, who's very happy to get some experience here. Tries to swashbuckle away, but gets slept up in the TA trap slow. Kaka's in trouble. He's going to swashbuckle in 2 seconds, but he's not going to get out in time.
It's a dead buckle. Well, on the bottom lane, a lot of action happening.
Kuro, he used his combo here. I'm not sure what exactly happened, but it looks like Liquid got aggressive and it did not work. Epicenter's on cooldown, so they went in looking for kills and it backfired. As instead, it's Old Chicken getting the kill.
He didn't chase Shadow Demon.
Here comes Miracle. Level 1 fissure only, but that might be enough to get a kill, at least on this Witch Doctor. GH is taking damage with this Maledict, level 2 Maledict. He's got stick charges. This is going to be close-ish, but he'll be fine.
Maledict, meanwhile, on the mid lane. TA putting some pressure on the tower with the Blightstone, gets disarmed. Kaka's playing so aggressive using that swashbuckle.
Yeah, seriously.
It's a long cooldown, only level 2 and has no boots. Oh, meanwhile, 11
is about
putting up the jungle stacks.
Juicy. Stop the TA game this farm.
Bottom tower
They did already farm this big camp here, but they just know it's kind of like the Alchemist thing, not to the same extreme, but even just farming and taking it away from the TA can be really nice. Will they go for this big camp as well? They are pinging it.
Like a drunk sailor.
Have got the dominated center as well, but we already haven't completed farming it, so they won't be able to contest it.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
The
attack.
Doctor has a lot of gold. He bought the 2 tomes. Pango definitely gonna get him.
Radiant's bottom tower faces a stiff
Witch Doctor
wind.
got to eat one of them.
Dire's middle tower
2
is
as
under
gives one to the Pango, so double tome and both those supports still just level 5. Not the end of the world by any means.
They already took the tier 1 tower on top. If somehow they can grab the tier 1 tower kill on mid with the siege catapult, it cripples TA so much because you have the entrance to her jungle. It's gonna be stacks. She's now farming the ancients, also a couple of stacks there.
Just what the
We have an idea of where this PA is with that Dire Observer ward, but Chicken popping the blow just to make sure he's going to stay nice and safe here. They've rooted.
Freshly bought like that.
Yeah.
That should be a kill.
Miracle was not expecting that one. Doesn't get a chance to use a single spell, and PA goes in. Old Chicken jumps on Kuro. Offensive disruption used to try and get Kuro out of here, but there's another toss in a few seconds. Blink on cooldown, but I don't think that matters. Toss is coming. There's the dagger. There's the toss, and that's going to be an easy kill. Double kill for Yi.
Yi level 10 already.
He's crushing it. There's Tiny. 5-1 and 1. The only death he has was when he got a kill by diving mid. Kaka top. Tanks in. Epicenter. There's a swashbuckle away, and Kaka, he can maybe just go for a TP out. Yeah, he uses the shield crash TP. He'll be fine.
For a moment, I thought that he's not gonna make it. And while they're giving some levels and a lane for Witch Doctor to farm his boots. Also, if this game drags, this Pangolier, he's gonna become a core. Because you have a Javelin, if they use Empower on him, he actually deals a lot of right-click damage.
Oh, for sure. To look forward to if we do get into that late game. Magnus now. It's level 10, so Old 11 also having a good time. Went back for a Soul Ring, now has the Blink Dagger queued up. Max in power, so he should be at least, I feel like playing he's a core, so he doesn't want to always play near his PA, but PA would benefit so much from this Empower as far as farming goes. And that means we also don't have to see this Battlefield on PA since Magnus is in the game.
Yeah, she can afford to. kind of items.
It's like that.
He can also empower his creep and farm one of the lanes.
Yep. Here you go.
Blink toss.
Rolling. Thunder coming in. Oh, Kaka. Where you going, Kaka? Oof. Fights this way. I think Kaka realizes, well, you know, I've headed the wrong direction. Old 11, I'm sorry, my friend. Just try and get the hell out of there. Skewers on cooldown, but here comes Tiny back in with the Blink Dagger, and they delete GH. He didn't have a chance to do a thing.
That was just a bait ulti from Kaka. This can happen mid lane.
Maybe a third hero here. Well, actually, with the Maledict, they probably could have found that kill if they had detection, which Witch Doctor did have on the sentry, so good thing for Weehai is he did not push his hero to the limit and try and go for that tier 1 mid tower.
Even without Empower, Phantom Assassin is still on top of network.
11 gets Echo Slam. There's an RP. He doesn't want to go for it. He goes for the Skewer out instead. 11 still taking some damage here. No points in the Cossack finale, but Mind Control has another stun soon and will find the kill.
He had no mana.
Yeah. Fortunate for the poor old 11. Mid Kaka, very low on health. Throw out a swashbuckle, and here comes the PA. Trying to bully Wee out of this lane. The Desolator completed, so 13.5 minutes in. Good timing on the TA Deso.
He wants to smoke. Not under any vision. Go for kill into Roche play.
Jungle here. They drop down the ward on the high ground. They wait to see what they can find. Here comes Yeet once again. Blink, making sure that nothing fishing's going on. And Kaka, he's just thrown away his own life by swashbuckling in. Not what he should have been doing there.
It seems like they're not on the same page, at least in this game. Tiny tosses one of the heroes back. Kaka still decides to go in. And the Earthshaker, no need for a Blink Dagger, at least early on, you just tank it up. He has 2000 HP, pretty hard to take down at the moment.
He went for that RP, I think. The second one, I don't think he was actually going to cancel, but Miracle cancelled it for him.
He wanted to use RP, but turned around so that Earthshaker is already facing the direction to the tower, so he can skewer more easily. Otherwise, he would have just RP.
As a result, no kill for Vici Gaming. Pretty even game as far as the farm status goes between the two teams. Much separating them as we will see bounty runes coming up. Miracle's going for this one. There's the RP. The sleep comes in. The bounty rune was claimed, and can they get Miracle? He's being maledicted up. Is there going to be follow-up damage for this Maledict? Doesn't look like it. The Death Ward with no mana for it, so he couldn't actually go for it. Instead, they're going to go for Kuro, blinking in his old chicken. Whoa, that Soul Catcher combined with the ET. That amplification is absolutely insane. PA just gets deleted.
And it's only level 1 natural order, while Kuro is maxing the Soul Catcher, 4 points in it. We talked about it during the pick phase. PA is not the hero with the highest strength gain in the game. Once you remove the 40% when she's full HP, she just actually dies.
Yeah, this PA just needs to maybe hit the gym and bulk up a little bit, find some creeps, and play for this BKB timing, which is being queued up as the next item. You've got that Magnus in power. Feels more like time to go for some farm.
At the Dark, placing a Centaur ward, also this, standing on an Observer ward. He knows something is up. Oh, Water Rune. Region.
Dire's middle tower is drowning.
Happy about that one. Back up on a Miracle, still just trying to finish off his Aghanim Scepter. Getting closer and closer. That's going to be a very big item pickup for him.
Setting up a sentry near the Roche pit, much of a value when you're playing against the TA. He also has a Blink Dagger right now, so they want to grab a kill. Assassin.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, they blink behind. They should still be able to go an old chicken. They're fishing around for him. Mind Control has the Burrow Strike. Will he go for the Epicenter? Doesn't look like he needs it, but there's just no one to blink out to. Old Chicken's in all sorts of trouble. He just respawned. He's going to buy the BKB pieces so he doesn't lose too much gold here, but he gets the blink out. Can he survive? Nope. The Demonic Purge damage is enough to finish him off. Doesn't lose any gold, but he loses a lot of gold because he's dead and he's not farming, and you're a PA. That's what you need to be doing right now. Playing without the Empower a lot as well, which is making him just farm that little bit slower and putting him in a lot more danger.
Radiant's bottom
That's
tower
the difference between position 4 mag and position 3. When you're playing 3, you want to get the items on yourself, get that Blink Dagger up. He's really close to it. They should try to get a fight, but you see, because Phantom Assassin was not farming with that Empower, she does not have a BKB right now. Perfect timing would be both BKB and the Blink Dagger on Mag.
There's going to be a tiny Echo Saber, so maybe you've got a different Empower target if you do go for a bit of a play right now. You can have the PA farming while the other 4 heroes look to fight. And there we go, right when the PA respawns. This time around, I think Old Chicken's like, come on, dude, I need an Empower. Hit me up. At the same time, there's also not many jungle camps left to be claimed. PA continuing to just try and work towards that BKB as the Blink Dagger is coming out on the courier with some sentries. Liquid playing around this top side of the map. I've got that Aghanim Scepter back at base, so Shaker doesn't have it right now. You may regret not having it as a haste rune. Old 11 goes for the RP. Where's the fault? They need more stuns here. They need a burst in here, and they've got the Tiny, so they should have the damage. And
he's really taking a lot of strength, but
Heavy Center, Burrow Strike. Mind Control's going in for this kill, but they do not have any follow-up. Old Chicken, I think he makes the call just to get the hell out. He cannot afford to die. He's just died twice back-to-back. It's got to be farm time for the PA. You know, you can tell the rest of your team, you guys fight if you want to, but I am not taking part in any action.
Vici Gaming does not have an RP right now. PA getting closer to her BKB, so it's just a farm time. Tiny +1 can pretty much kill anyone on the map besides Earthshaker. Templar Assassin working towards her BKB. Also level 17, but they're doing a good job just keeping tier 1 tower on mid alive. Oh, he gets out barely on the bottom lane.
They're trying to bring down Radiant's
well, Liquid themselves, their BKB timing with the TA is something to look out for. So both teams likely to have these BKBs at similar-ish times. The TA will be a little bit behind the Phantom Assassin. And Vici Gaming have some tools to pierce it with the RP.
Liquid will gladly take this fight. Earthshaker has that freshly bought Aghanim Scepter plus a haste in the bottle.
There's the BKB. PA ready to go. This BKB advantage, they may look to fight.
RP still on cooldown for 35 seconds.
Perhaps this could catch Liquid by surprise because of that, though. And actually, they're going to jump on the PA. She has BKB. It looks like Miracle's just trying to bait it out. He pops the haste rune. Looking to fly in as elsewhere. It's actually Dark going down. There's a big fight breaking out around the shrine here. The Rolling Thunder has gone rolling on through. They've taken out the Sankey. Here comes Miracle from behind. Once this Tiny. And with the ET Earth Splitter, they're going to get it. Kaka's TP out is successful. Miracle was just a split second too late there with the fissure.
Liquid with that Aghanim Scepter on Earthshaker, they're really strong right now. Ideally, if they killed one more hero, they would transition that into Roche easily with Enchant Totem and Deso on Templar Assassin.
Quite the outcome they're hoping for. Banneroon's still there at bottom lane. GH is going to find one of them. We'll see if he gets both. Yeah, he looks like he will figure out that, hey, it's safe. I've got 2 bounty runes. He's going for a BKB of his own. BKB is the name of the game in this game.
Removing the basic armor with the ET Aura. Actual in-game fights. You have Templar Assassin. You have this Earthshaker, which Enchant Totem. He deals 700 damage per hit.
That is insane. If you look at a hero like PA, who has such high base armor being removed, going to be absolutely crushing. There are heroes like Tiny where it is bonus armor, so that doesn't get reduced, right? The plus armor for Tiny.
Say again?
The bonus armor from Tiny won't get reduced because it's only the base armor reduction. Yes. So at least someone like Tiny is not as concerned about that aura. The minus armor one, that is. Weak. Blinks out. Good fast reactions. That would have been potentially problematic for him. Micro actually blinks in there, but there's an immediate dust. He's going to pay the price for it. Kaka's bouncing around the BKB from We Are just arriving on the courier. Kaka, he's going to run for the hills. He's got a TP though, so he should be fine here as TA, We Are looking to use his BKB. Old 11 gets completely deleted. Didn't want to go for an RP. And Old Chicken, he's BKB, but he needs an escape. He goes for a blink strike. Can he TP out? Yes, he can.
Wow, those side blades from V. Getting Mag and gonna call it accidentally killing a witch doctor.
Yeah. I was just like, that's an extra kill for him.
He should not have hesitated there. Just RP because Templar Assassin already used a lot of duration of BKB to try to chase down the Pangolier, who just rolled away.
Even if you don't kill TA, just stop her from killing your team. Got to kite that BKB with RP. But end result is going to be an Aegis claimed, and Weeha TA picks that one up. It looks like Pengo's decided he had an MKB queued up, but now swaps over to a mech.
Pango? No. I mean, he needs to buy the tanky items.
Yeah, somebody has to, at least for this team, getting like either mech Greaves or a Crimson Guard, something to block some of this damage coming out. Things will settle down here, and it is Liquid with a 4k gold lead, despite effectively losing the laning stage. All 3 lanes were at least slightly won by Keen Gaming. Liquid's managed to bounce back with just some good, efficient farming of the jungle, as well as taking a good couple of team fights.
Right now, Earthshaker, 800 damage per hit with the critical.
Not bad at all.
That should be like 1.3, 1.4 crits.
Force out this old chicken BKB. It's the slow. Here comes ET, and that's going to force a BKB TP. Job well done. That's what Weeha wanted. Down to just 8 seconds now.
Dire's bottom tower won't last long.
D-Ward and Kaka. What happened there? He just got deleted. Tiny in trouble. That Soulcatcher just removing a third of his health. Absolutely devastating stuff if they can burst him down before this comes back. And Miracle rocks up to the party. Gets another kill. They're just picking Keen Gaming apart one by one, punishing them for kind of their mistakes, but also just great aggression from Team Liquid.
Can he block him off?
Look at it go.
Comes Sand King over in the trees. Hold 11, he's the target, and Miracle's just on the high ground. This Earthshaker is just so tanky right now, and Dark can do nothing about it. Miracle
Finishes him off with the aftershock damage only.
Yep.
This is where Team Liquid's lineup is extremely strong. They have Aegis. This is what you want to have when you're playing a Templar Assassin. She hits level 20, and now it's time to go. Still have almost 3 minutes of that Aegis.
Dire's top tower is about to take the
Getting
field.
kills, and they're getting towers. They are putting Keen Gaming on the back foot, and I think Keen Gaming just have to settle down and wait for this Aegis to expire at this point. They've lost so much during this last 5 minutes of the game.
Kaka rolling. He wants to pick up the bounties. Find Kuroki. Steep is out.
It's one way to go for bounty rune safely.
The full MKB on... No, he actually decides to go for Orchid. Oh.
The Bloodthorn, I guess, instead.
Down Radiant's top tower.
Radiant fortified their structures.
Well, you need some
Attack
kind of item that pierces through PA's evasion. Take down tier 1 tower on top easily. No chance that the game will defend that one.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Gaming are playing around this bottom tier 1 tower, though. Not exactly an important tower or one that Liquid cares to defend for its value, but they may want to defend it because they can get kills and take fight. T-Rocks up, throws out the Spirit, basically threatening to say, if I hit a stun, my teammates may just rock up here. Liquid with a lot of control over this game. Good vision around the map. Keeping Keen Gaming forced to play together as 5, and Keen Gaming is just falling further and further behind, it feels like, in farm.
This Helm of the Dominator not really paying off at this moment. If it was, let's say, a mech a bit earlier, maybe even a Crimson
Here we
Guard.
go. Miracle goes in. He has the Echo Sand. Doesn't want to go for it. He may get punished. He needs an out. Doesn't have the vision right away, needs a dagger. He does not have an Aegis. Miracle, he's getting hit by the avalanche. He gets out of it just in time. Now he's looking to turn him away. Trap. It's going to be A-OK, and hold 11 elsewhere. This is such a split game from both teams. Miracle's like going for solo kills while his team's finding stragglers and killing off the Magnus.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
He's playing really aggressive. 2.6k HP when the power treads
Radiant's
are on
bottom
strength.
tower has
It's pretty hard to take down.
Oh yeah.
Towards it up of the extra strength.
I imagine he was just blinking and testing. Like if he got a crit there, maybe he goes for that kill. with the totem crit. Did have Echo Slam and chose not to use it. But GH getting closer and closer to that BKB.
Getting a BKB on Elder Titan will allow him to stand in front of the lines and removing that base armor instead of just playing around the Spirit and removing the med.
Smoke up behind the PA, but they're going to lead the charge forward. They do. Tiny involved in so many kills early on. Now Yi needs to find something. Has a BKB.
Oh, look at that courier. They don't have enough space in the base.
On the dire
like,
courier?
Yeah. There's 10,000 worth of items on that courier.
Whew.
They even had to drop some items on the
Tome
floor.
of Knowledge, yeah, and a TP scroll. Everyone is happy about the stats of that courier. Efficient courier usage, I guess you could say, when you've got 9 items on it.
Well, if it was a courier with any kind of cosmetics, he could have made it, but the donkey...
Oh, poor donkey. Who didn't get the courier? GH. Poor GH didn't get his items out. But yeah, full Bloodthorn on Templar Assassin. The smoke from King Gaming doesn't really amount to a whole lot. They were trying to make that move with the Aegis expired, but Liquid seemed ready and prepared for it. Control is hunting. We'll see Kaka. Follow up. Bloodthorn is there, but he immediately uses as well. Jeez, he gets deleted. Stack the Yules and the Bloodthorn there, but it doesn't really matter. I think mind controlling to make sure he doesn't swashbuckle away.
Miracle. Blanks in with Totem. Puts an observer ward, but they're already prepared towards standing there for any traps, any observer wards.
Play Liquid don't really have the best ability to break high ground right now, and they'd much prefer to get an Aegis in their hands before they go for any kind of a high ground push, but a full minute before Roshan could even possibly respawn.
When you have Templar Assassin in your team, you know that hero will fall off eventually in the super late game, even though with the Moon Shards, Aghanim Scepter upgrades, it gets easier. Also her talents got reworked, but with the first Rosh, you want to build up advantage and try to finish the game with the second Aegis and Cheese. Rosh may respawn in 50 seconds. Bounty Rune's also spawning in 10.
Themselves smoking up, looking to loop around. They know these bounty runes coming up. They want to take this fight. Mind control blinks in, finds stun on Kaka. The follow-up stun isn't there, so Kaka may get a chance to get out of this one. Nice RP on the backline. The PA follow-up isn't there immediately. It's Tiny coming on in with his BKB. They've lost Magnus, so Kuro with the defensive disruption managed to stay alive. The PA dagger will finish him off though. Old Chicken, what's he gonna do? He's blinks in, has a BKB still. He's holding on to it. Old Chicken wants to get GH here. That bounty rune still just sitting on the ground, and Weehow with the BKB takes out one. Weehow's just deleting King Gaming one by one. Old Chicken may have killed off some of the backlines, but he's forced to go for a TP out.
KB and TP out. Ooh. Wow, good RP with the follow-up, but not enough damage. Also, once again, Kaka caught out of the position, and I was actually wrong. Tiny... ET actually removes the armor, the extra armor that he gets from ulti.
Oh, okay.
I was looking at it.
So, even though
it's sitting at the 2 armor.
Even though it's kind of bonus armor.
But it's actually not a bonus armor.
It literally says on the spell bonus armor. But yes, you're right. And then ET spell literally says base armor reduction. But no, it removes it. Okay, good to know.
Radiant's top tower is on
Sometimes
the
we have to lie so that we look smarter later.
Yeah. We've lost our viewers' trust. Oh no, they're not going to believe a thing we say anymore, Lacoste. Why'd you do this? That's just classic Dota 2 things. There's always exceptions to the rule. Not that there are any rules when it comes to Dota 2. Liquid were on their receiving end of an unfortunate mechanic with the TB Sunder. One of their yesterday matches. That's always a fun one. That's one that's been there for a little while, but it's not every mechanic in Dota is always the most logical. Beautiful, chaotic game can be.
Big spawn on Roche. Now it will take a minute and 20. Liquid smokes in. They want to scout things out.
TA's hit 25. That meld bash now. They have an idea that Old 11's up here. Old 11 blinks backwards, but he's going to blink right into the waiting arms of Team Liquid. Cops a big hit from Miracle. And that's a dead mag.
Also with level 20 talent, Mel dispels. He can remove the lucky shot. That's the big
that's
one.
what he's
Even though
looking for.
Kaka is dying pretty much before the fight even starts.
Yeah. I was looking around wondering what he's trying to dispel from that one. Like, dagger slow or what's he after? But yeah, the lucky shot. You can't dispel off Maledict, which is, that's undispellable, but the other stuff. So Roshan, luckily for Keen Gaming, is going to be after the Magnus's respawn, as much as Liquid would have loved to have seen an early Roshan so they could get that while Mag was dead. Not the case, but hey, they're going to go in looking for more kills. Dark gets stunned up, he turns, throws a cast. Here comes Earthshaker. Totem Blink, he's got so much mobility now, and that's another kill, another pick-off. Keen Gaming just getting picked apart one by one.
It's so hard for Keen Gaming to fight around the Roche because of all the vision that Liquid has right now.
Yeah.
You have traps, you have Spirit, you have Shadow Demon using illusions and the Shadow Poison. They can't really approach this fight unless they smoke.
And Keen have these BKBs, but I feel like Liquid have all this damage that can go through BKBs. So much physical damage is there, and well, they're just picking them off. Like you say, it's the vision. They're playing around their wards, they're playing around their traps. All this scouting,
And they're defending this high ground ward. When you want to fight around the Roche pit, this is one of the most important ones. A sentry and observer ward there, also one here on this high ground so they can, if Keen Gaming wants to approach. If they have any smokes left, maybe they don't because Witch Doctor has none, otherwise they would use
they come. They want to contest this Roshan. He goes for the backlines. He wants to kill off the Earthshaker, but he gets the manages to get out of there. They've lost Kuroki though. That's the Shadow Demon who doesn't have buyback. That's their save as well. And that Soul Catcher is a big source of damage here. They are looking for the Sand King here. He goes in with the BKB. Old Chicken gets the crit, takes him out. The backlines is Weeha. Buyback coming in from Liquid. They want contest this. Weeha still has BKB. He's waiting. He catches all 11 with the melt bash, but there is going to be a save. He goes for an RP. He doesn't get a chance to do it. There's the big echo.
Slam. It catches them all out, and Weeha is absolutely destroying them in this BKB. The BKB wears off, but absolutely destroyed is Keen Gaming's lineup. They are forced to fully retreat. They lost the PA. Without the BKBs, they just couldn't fight into the Echo Slam, and Kaka, well, no real escape for him. Miracle hits him with a big totem. It's been a while since we saw an RP. In the 2 fights before, he landed a decent RP, but there was no follow-up from the team. Also, we with the cute little play standing on the high ground with the Mel, just deleting this mag, and once he gets that Bloodthorn and the Nullifier combo, they have nothing to dispel it with. There's no defensive item, there's no Lotus Orb whatsoever. Also, Bounty Rune just spawned, so it's Cheese Aegis and 4 bounties for Team Liquid.
Ooh, that's going to put them well and truly far ahead right now. It's going to be about a 15k gold lead after all said and done. And it just feels like Liquid is hitting their stride. They may even look to pressure high ground. There's still 25-30 seconds on several of these respawns, and yeah, TA is just like, well, with mind control on the Sankey is just like, let's go see who's here. And good news for Keen Gaming is they're not there. They're playing as far back as possible, and they are going to lose at least a tier 3 tower here. We'll see if Liquid try and go for this melee Rax here. They have got the Aegis to give Weeha some safety, but it looks like the plan is just to back off.
They can take the shrines. With the better vision, they can also camp around this observer ward. They know that they can't place any vision. If someone comes, they pick him off, and then they go for a push.
Easy shrine claimed as Keen Gaming going to be forced into a position where all they can maybe do is defend their high ground now. Old Chicken doesn't want to even go for this creep wave. They're just throwing daggers, throwing casts from the high ground.
Just holding this high ground. If someone comes, tries to de-ward, they're gonna erase him immediately. Look at this, another observer ward placed near the tier 2 tower, at least where he was, but they have a sentry.
Take out that ward. TA gained the gold for it.
The bottom lane is in a good condition, so they don't have to rush anything right now. Keen Gaming has no vision of Team Liquid whatsoever.
At this point, Keen Gaming so stuck in their base that Liquid's just gonna, I mean, it was a 15k gold lead after that last team fight, suddenly 17, 18k gold lead. It's just gonna keep getting bigger and bigger if Keen Gaming are bottled up in their base.
And a lot of these top tier teams, at least top-tier performances in TI so far are showing why they are in the upper bracket, and Liquid just did the same thing. You can see King going in, he dies and instantly buys back. Like, he's not afraid to use a buyback because they know once they get the Aegis, they get the cheese, it's going to be much easier to play.
Complete control in Liquid's hands. Hey, Miracle, get that bounty rune. There we go. The core shaker of Liquid Miracle looking pretty damn good right now.
They know. They had a sentry and an observer there, so they saw them placing it.
Yeah. Dark recognizing that. It's like, well, I guess the gig's up. We gotta get out of here.
Yeah, that was the last smoke. Now they're gonna go in with the creep.
Hey, they saw him now. Weird knows this may just be a free Rax. Aegis still has 2 minutes left on it. Tiny looking to delay this one. Throws an Avatos combo just to try and delay it a bit. Oh, look for the skewer, but he was a bit slow. He got Yulst up here. Now he's going to be forced to BKB. Still gets the skewer back. Mind Control getting pushed in deep on the Sand King. He's going to be careful. He needs to pop it, though. He doesn't actually get a chance to do so.
There was a Fisher block that blocked off the whole Liquid team.
They did manage to get the melee racks at least, but it does come at the cost of Sand King's life.
Also, Kaka in a team fight should use the Fisher to bounce off it while he's rolling. He can actually
Scanning for enemy.
Waiting only on this ramp. Play from King Gaming. They show themselves slightly at this mid lane. They're playing around the bottom side of the mid lane since they know they dewarded this cliff, so much less likely that Liquid can see them here. High ground is weak. He's invised up for a target. Miracle also needs to be maybe a little bit careful. He has not got Aegis. Old 11's looping around on him. They're going to see him in just a second. Instantly blinks away, as well as the Totem. Instead, they're going to find the backlines, and that's Kuroki on the Shadow Demon. They're still chasing for more. GH has a BKB. May just need to go for a BKB TP, but there's an RP to stop him if he does. And they are looking to hunt him down. They've got Basher as well. GH is done for. Old 11 gets a kill. 3 kills back-to-back for King Gaming.
That's not by Keen, though. Try to make a smoke play from the bottom because they knew where Liquid was standing. They lost the melee rack, but they can still make a comeback. Tiny is getting big. He's level 22 with his Crystallis and Empower. He actually deals a lot of damage. Now has Aghanim Scepter queued up.
It's getting beefier and beefier and scarier. I like how with that rotation, they didn't just go up that ramp. I think they knew Liquid was just camping. And if you run up this ramp, you're going to get baited in. But they went all the way around. And they're the ones who caught Liquid by surprise because of that.
All they need is one good RP once Tiny gets the Aghanim Scepter. And if he can get the good tree volley on them, also every single tree that hits procs an Echo Saber.
Well, constant assault from afar if he gets that Ag Scepter up. Looks like he's going to queue up a Daedalus instead for now, so not prioritizing that Aghanim Scepter. Would love to see it. How's Miracle doing? He's about to hit level 25. Doesn't really need the magic resist talent this game, so almost certainly we'll be seeing that enchant totem cooldown.
Yeah, more often in and out. Full AC on its wall.
Phantom Assassin though, level 25 coming up soon for her, and gotta imagine that's gonna be that plus 10%.
I would love to see some Dagger instead.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you're playing with the max RP, also has double damage, Dasher, anything can proc.
What gonna do? They grouped up themselves. Yep.
They have a gem on Sanking and freshly bought Eon Disc. Sanking can blink in, stun, proc that Eon Disc, also has another save with the Yule Scepter. Also with that gem, they're gonna get the Vision.
Camping used by Liquid. Got a smoke. It looks like they want to invade this enemy jungle. They know that King Gaming's playing around this part of the map with the Vision they've set up, so he on the Tiny, he may pop this one. It's going to be old 11 as well. Blink Fire Strike is there. 11 does not get the BKB up in time. There's going to be a Nullifier. They can't save the Magnus. He has got buyback. Is he going to use it? Looks like the answer is yes. Mind Control's Aeon Disc keeping him alive there as well. Mind Control, he's managed to not get himself killed off here while they kill the Tiny as well. The RP comes out as well, but it's only a Sankey. That's not really the best target for the RP. They get the Shadow Demon, so it's not the end of the world for King Gaming, but it's not the target they would have liked.
Yeah, also Fishers are blocking the way. Second time Team Wicked from actually approaching the team fight. And I just found a new name for Kaka, more like Staka when he's using a Rolling Thunder.
Oh dear. He is,
He's been stuck so many times.
Barracks are under attack.
He's struggling, but that was definitely an unexpected Aeon disc, I think, because King Gaming tried to turn and take that fight. Miracle may pay the price for this one. Old
There's
Chicken
the
goes for the BKB. He's getting multiple bashes, and there we go. He gets that kill. Did go for that triple stifling dagger you mentioned. As what? Kaka? Okay. Right. He's done so.
They lost the range Raxes on the top, but those don't really matter that much.
And BD.
And I love what the Kaka just queued up. Had Solar Crest when you play position 4 Pango. Solar Crest right now in this patch is one of the best, not the best item, but he decides to go for this Lotus Orb. It's also going to give him armor and the way to remove this deadly combo that Templar Assassin has. The Nullifier and the Bloodthorn.
Bro denies the tier 1 bottom. Taking that gold away as here we go. Old Chicken's going to run right into Weeha's TA. There's the Nullifier with the Bloodthorn, the Mute with the Nullify. Skewer to push him back, and Weeha doesn't want to commit to the kill. But to maybe pop the BKB to go for it. No, 11. Getting a bit antsy there. Pops his own BKB. Worry about a stomp landing. Gotta be so careful playing into this TA.
They took their gem, so now they're gonna be able to remove all the sentries and ward, of course, plus traps. Max need kind of a defensive item besides BKB. Like Force Staff would have been amazing.
Yeah, having one Force Staff against this TA.
Not just TA, also Sanking. Once he initiates, or Earthshaker tries to focus someone. Next Roche will respawn. Let me check. Showing.
It's up, that's why it's not showing.
Alright. I just clicked it, was not up, and then the icon changed.
I looked, I was like, oh, that's the icon that Roche is responding. Oh, there's Roche, sure enough. Refresher, not the Ag Scepter. Something that would be fantastic on someone like Magnus. Then you don't mind using an RP just to kill off a support or a Sanking or someone. But have they got this Lotus Orb yet? Not up. 400 gold away. That would be such a big one to help save people against this Templar Assassin. This Nullifier Bloodthorn. It's just such a nuisance.
And this ET is problem at the moment. Look at him. He has a BKB, has a Solar Crest on top of just a casual plate mill, 43 armor, also with the talents, Astral attack speed, plus 70 attack speed talent.
He's got an MKB queued up. He wants to be a carry himself. Sleep will catch the PA. Will blur it up. And in the Roshan pit was Liquid. They just get themselves Roshan with ease. Miracle now with Aegis and Refresher. This Templar Assassin decides, nah, don't need it. Don't really have the room for it either.
Yeah, Templar Assassin is fully jacked right now. He has a Moon Shard, also has Aghanim Blessing queued up.
Yeah, that's the good old Psionic Projection. You can teleport to any trap after a brief channel, so a lot of global presence coming in from the TA at that point. Hopefully having a...
You basically become raided.
Raided?
Combat.
Okay. Not...
Radiant's bottom shrine has fallen.
I've never played that game. Dota player here. Liquid regaining map control now that they're the ones with Aegis, and much King Gaming can do about this. We are heading into that ultra late game. Phantom Assassin has the money for a Satanic here. Actually, no, doesn't have the buyback on top of it, so a little bit short and smartly holding on to the buyback.
0.3k for a buyback. Yeah, she has enough. Using the courier right now, someone's
just
sending
got
it back. Ooh, Mag, come on.
Worried about it being picked off or something? But
not bringing anything, just keep the courier.
Casual.
Well, that's actually big, because if they approach and he does not have a Satanic...
That status resistance is very important playing against these stuns. Courier will now make its way out and grab that Reaver. It's coming. It looks like it will get here in time, I believe. Miracle's just chipping away at the tower, though, so they do have to wait a little bit longer. They are going to go in. Try and force out some spell. They know he has the Aegis, so they're just committing the Avatos combo here. In comes Mind Control with the BKB. They go on Vault 11. Can they actually save the Magnus? Doesn't look like he's got no buyback. And without a buyback, this could just be the end of their base. Their high ground is being sieged. The Magnus is not around. GH in the front lines dying to the death ward here. The triple dagger's doing some good work here. It's on the back lines. The Rolling Thunder. Old Chicken's gone falling on in. They've taken out the ET as well. So Shadow Demon, the PA. No more BKB. Epicenter, Burrow Strike. PA getting low. Old Chicken still alive with the Lotus Orb. Still throwing daggers from the high ground as well. Kaka needs to get out of here. Has a swashbuckle in a couple of seconds.
Be careful, or Shaker.
Echo Slam coming out. Old Chicken getting chain stuns. He still has a buyback if he needs it. The cask is bouncing. It's bouncing between two, but luckily there is status resistance. Yep. Totems away. PA, once this sanking, will get him. Just the Magnus still dead on the Keen Gaming side. Using buybacks was both Tiny and the Shadow Demon. The chase is on. The bash comes out from the Cycling Dagger throw.
The reset Mag is gotta be up in a minute. That's a really long time. And
Tiny died back. Yeah. He went chasing and paid the price for it.
Radiant's bottom tower faces a
In goes TA. TA needs to be careful. He's trying to play around this buyback, but PA, Old Chicken just deletes him.
Dismantle.
Woo!
1.4 crit.
And Kuro does not have buyback. Old Chicken knows this. He's diving in. He wants to get that bash. He hit him 3 or 4 times. Old Chicken just can't get lucky. Can he find him after this? He sure as hell will. Dive back from Kuroki.
This game is far from over.
Oh yeah.
The only thing they need is not a great RP, just a decent one. 2-man RP will do the trick.
I mean, at this point, I think
Not even an RP.
a bad
No,
RP.
just give Empower. Stand as far away from fight as possible.
We haven't seen this Magnus in a team fight. He just gets deleted. That's the start of every team fight is, oh, Mag's dead. Now the team fight begins. I mean, it's been a tough game. They're hunting him, and they knew he didn't have buyback. So the second they saw him, they dumped him.
Miracle going in on the Witch Doctor.
Went for the kill, Kaka. Trying to chase him down, but that totem cooldown. Yeah, with an Arcane Rune, good luck. Boing, boing,
2.1.
boing. With his little pogo stick, he just hops himself away.
All right, Mag will have a buyback soon, so he can afford to die.
Because he sure as hell will, Lacoste. Let me tell you, if these last few fights are anything to go off, Old 11, he is the #1 target that Liquid want to go on.
Also, they're approaching the level 25s. So I assume they need to give Tome to Mag, the extra Empower damage and the cleave. Use that on the Tiny and on the PA. Also, PA has the Aghanim Scepter queued up. She's still saving for a buyback first.
Tiny's 25 coming in. Tiny's 25, either one, both are really nice. Giving you so much more constant stunts from Avalanche. Well, the tosses on Miracle. Totem in blink out. He almost got caught there. He did have an Abyssal Blade, so that could have been a very quick kill if he wasn't careful. Now, where are the other 25s? DT's 25 coming up.
Haste. Blessings.
Standing on a ward, he knows. Catapult just attacked him on the high ground, and it's being pinged out.
There's wards here.
Smoke from Keen Gaming.
The buybacks there. Tiny and Shadow Demon, no buybacks for them. Oh, Miracle!
There's the bash. No bash.
Be careful. Yep, didn't get it. Old 11. BKB's early. I think he's just put off because of how much he's been prioritized by Team Liquid, so he's just popping his BKB at the first sign of trouble. It's like Team Gaming are going to have to just completely reset, but they're going to get caught in the process. Dark's in the front line. He's taken out. Does have a buyback if he's going to need to use it. I think at this point, if you're keen, you just get back to your high ground and play around it. Not sure if Liquid are going to want to go for a high ground push at this point. Playing with no Aegis, and it's just a Witch Doctor kill.
Witch Doctor has Aghanim Scepter queued up at the moment. I still think they need a 4-staff. They actually have 0 4-staffs at them. The Spanglier's Lotus Orb is doing God's work.
So key to have this against.
Even Tiny
we
won
have.
one.
There you go, double Lotus.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Boys will have one available if TA goes in with that Nullifier Bloodthorn combo. Wolf just following Lupengo around. Shouldn't the Alpha Wolf be following the PA? I guess you don't want it to reveal him if he's farming with Blur.
That's a good point.
But team fight, hopefully that is going to be...
Well, maybe that's the reason why Old 11 is out of position. He's microing the creep.
Is he microing? You call this micro? This to me looks like patrolling. You push M and then you click the hero and it just automatically follows. Congo line.
Tiny still didn't pick up level 25 talent.
What a very loyal dog. What 20? I guess he's unsure which one to go for.
Yeah, they're discussing it right now.
Radiant's bottom tower
Triple
is
toss.
under attack.
You can chain toss someone and kind of lock them down for a long period of time. But Avalanche, the cooldown gets so short. Goes from 14 to 5-second Avalanche cooldown stun.
Yeah, I've seen position 4 Tiny's winning a game. When for late game you get Octarine Core, you get that talent, you can pretty much use Avalanche all the time. You just need to have enough mana.
But over. And this is the stage of the game where BKBs are fairly short. See what he ends up getting there. What were the other 25s that were approaching? So
Has his
first split of cooldown we're expecting?
Yeah, for sure.
Yep. Sand 25. Probably the blind. Certainly the blind.
DA and Tiny. Anything else? Shadow Demon. Well, 2 charges
Radiant's
of
bottom
disruption to
tower
have a save.
faces a stiff win.
He's only level 20. Roche will respawn in a minute.
And this is the Ags one, so potential upgrade for some of these heroes with these Aghanim Scepters here in the late game. Who and where that might come out.
And Old 11 had enough. He just bought Eon Disc.
I think he
That's
should
a
have
good
bought this
choice.
a
It's
while
a great
ago,
choice.
yeah.
But if Tia can actually remove it with the Bloodthorn, which does not have anymore.
Oh,
She sold it.
interesting. I guess seeing all these Lotus Orbs, she's just like, well,
See ya, guys. I'm going for MKB.
yeah, if they get rid of the Bloodthorn, suddenly you don't have a way to pierce evasion. So that's where the MKB is in.
Also, you can't pierce it. That's pretty smart, huh?
Yeah, he didn't read the patch. The old patch he could.
I mean, he's just gonna use DB with the MKB.
That's also pretty smart to say. Here we go, all 11. Front line a bit now. Just be careful, they can pop that Aeon Disc pretty easily. Also, the Demonic Purge, right? It's just constantly going to be purging it off if he tries to use it. If he has that
You
on
cannot
him.
dispel.
Yeah.
Come on. Tiny went for Avalanche cooldown.
Here we go. There's our answer.
Are scared.
What did ET end up going for? He got his... He got the wake damage. Okay.
Radiant are scanning for enemies.
And from the Radiant, you know, someone's inside the Roche pit. The 3 for the vision.
Go. It's so tense here. Holding the high ground. Blinking on in. Miracle. Ooh, he totems and blinks out immediately. Trying to bait some spells. The stomp. Catches out the Pengo. This is such an interesting little talent. It's going to take... They can do a lot more damage before heroes wake up now.
Yeah, it's 800 right now.
Wow. So you get an extra 800 damage when they're not even doing anything. Oh. There, Lotus Orb helps out Kaka. Can he get out of this one? There's going to be an RP. Kanka's out too. 11. Have they got the fault? The PA gets stunned for 40 BKBs. They want Kuro, but he's got an Aeon Disc himself. Kuro is getting hit by the Death Ward. Instant buyback coming in from the Pengo. Kuro's down. He doesn't have a buyback. Doesn't have the gold for it. It just came off cooldown, but no gold in his pockets. So we'll see 3 heroes now without buyback. One of whom is dead currently. Could just used his, so
They should go into Roche pit. They have Mud Golem to scout things out. Put it outside. Roche bashing the small ones, and they all die.
comes Miracle though. It's so hard to go for Roshan against DT. Epicenter is there. They're looking for this Tiny. Yeah, he loaded the Burrow Strike. Tiny's still in all sorts of trouble here. He does have a toss if he wants to try and use it. And Ghost Slam catches out 3. Miracle absolutely destroying them. He's got the Maledict on him though. He's going to take a lot of damage here. Old Chicken is just holding his ground. He's life stealing back up as well. He gets crit. He gets deleted. Miracle. Oh, that damage. Holy moly.
Has over 1,000 damage plus a crit on top of it. Everyone's spying back right now.
What?
Half HP.
Totem.
I'll take it.
Miracle wants this for his team. Pengo dies back though. Let's see that damage very quickly. 8k damage from the Earthshaker. And all the buybacks being expended from Vici Gaming. Holy cow.
They need to take this Roche. Shadow Demon is spawning in 15 seconds.
Illusions in the pit. They desperately need it, like you say, because they're playing without buybacks. Whereas Dire Liquid, they've got buyback on 3 of their key heroes. And it looks like King Gaming say, we can't stick around here any longer. They may just be giving up this Roshan. It looks like is the case. Without Pango, without RP for 15 seconds, they just don't feel confident enough to stay out on the map. They're split being used just to be sure. Aegis on Miracle's Earthshaker, refresher in the backpack.
Also Aghanim Scepter upgrade. Shadow Demon picked it up.
Okay. Let's say these cores are so farmed, they're going to be able to farm their own Aghanim Scepters at this rate.
And Shadow Demon is getting closer to level 25 now.
Yep.
The demonic purge damage. Charges of... that's going to be a lot of damage. 900 damage, 3 charges.
Come Team Liquid down the mid lane. 15 seconds before Kaka respawns on that Pangolier. Miracle can kind of just front line and hit these buildings. He did go back for an Octarine core, so low cooldown on that totem. 2.2 seconds. He's just going to be jumping in, I imagine. Oh, bye-bye creep wave. Dagger, bye-bye range creep. But holding back, staying steady. To fully commit to this one. What's Weehan up to? You're looking for the runes. And there it is. It's the double damage. That's what he was hoping for. Well, he hasn't got the eggs. I was about to say he could be using that ability to go to his traps, but available right now.
Also 11 meant for RP duration on 25. With all this status resistance, I don't think it's worth it.
Okay. Just beefing up this PA, but to be there. So Team Liquid, you got to imagine they want to go soon. This buyback advantage, 5 minutes with no buyback on Tiny, PA, or Magnus. All 3 King Gaming cores playing with that buyback. It's go time if you're Liquid. 26k gold lead. They've got to be feeling like it's go time. Shaker immediately gets Avalanche Toss. Drop down fairly low. They're just trying to make sure that they punish him because is there even any sustain really to heal it back up here?
So Satanic.
There we go.
So 1 hit, back to full HP.
They just need to keep chipping away at Miracle and try and take the Aegis out of his hands without committing too much.
Yeah, with that Octarine core, he also reduces fall down on Satanic.
Here you go. Totem in. Tiny, oh, he blinked in as Miracle. Caught him by the stun. They have got a Maledict though, so he's going to be brought pretty low. There's going to be a skewer on back. The RP, it only catches 1. Miracle managed to get out. He is still caught in this Maledict mind control. Goes in with the epicenter, going to cleave his way through them. Wee has in with the BKB. That wake damage means they're still all asleep. Old Chicken Manta starts to try and get himself out of there. They've lost the Aegis. Miracle needs to be careful. He's playing without an Aegis. He is in on the Tiny. He's got no buyback. The death ward from the Hydra. That's an upgraded Aghanim's death ward, but it gets cancelled. Nicely played by the ET to stop that one. Tiny gets kept alive. The PA's in the front lane. Doesn't have buyback. There's the totem hit. They're absolutely destroying the PA. He's caught. He's asleep. He's got the demonic purge. They take him out. He doesn't get a chance to use the Satanic, and without the PA, they're crumbling. King Gaming have to find a way to defend without. Miracle's gone in. He's got the Echo Slime. He takes out the Witch Doctor just to support, but every kill adding up. And elsewhere, they lost the Tiny as well. 3 dead. Liquid, they want to go for the throne. I think they want to go to the fountain. They're looking for the team wipe. They know this game is in the bag, and King Gaming finally concede. GG. Liquid take it.
Oh, I wish King Gaming had any kind of a glimmer cape or staff just to play around the PA, because PA will carry you in this super late game. But man, Team Liquid, they managed to win with the Earthshaker as a core. Position 1 Earthshaker.
Fun stuff. I mean, this is not just fun stuff though. This is Team Liquid. You know, they're trying to make